Hi, today I'll show you how to create your own enchanted story. First, let's look at some examples of enchanted stories. The classic fairy tales of old, like Cinderella or Snow White, are great examples of enchanted stories. But we're also surrounded by enchanted stories every day, whether it's the fantasy novels we read, the epic poems that have been passed down through generations, or even our favorite video games. What makes these stories so compelling is that they're filled with magic. Magic can be a powerful force in a story, creating wonder and excitement for the reader or viewer while also serving as a way to explore deeper themes. If you've ever wanted to write your own enchanted story, then this video is for you. Here are 4 tips to help you get started. Number 1. Create a magical world. When writing an enchanted story, it's important to create a world that feels special and unique. This can be a world that's completely different from our own, like Narnia or Middle-earth, or it can be a version of our world that's just slightly altered. For example, what if magic was real and anyone could use it? How would that change our world? If you want to create a more fantastical story, you can make your world completely different from our own. In this case, you'll need to come up with new rules for your world and how magic works. If you want to create a more grounded story, you can base it in our world and just add a touch of magic. Either way, when creating your magical world, think about how magic affects the characters and plot of your story. Magic can be a powerful tool for world building. Number 2. Create a protagonist with a strong sense of self. When writing any story, it's important to create characters that are relatable and sympathetic. This is especially true for enchanted stories, as the reader will need to believe that the character is real and believable in order to suspend their disbelief and enjoy the story. One way to create a strong sense of self for your protagonist is to give them a clear goal and motivation. What does your character want more than anything else? What are they willing to sacrifice to get it? By making your character's goal and motivation clear, the reader will be able to understand and relate to them on a deeper level. Additionally, your character should have flaws and weaknesses. This will make them more realistic and relatable. Also, it will create opportunities for growth and change throughout the story. A good protagonist is someone who changes and grows by the end of the story. So think about what your character's weaknesses are and how they can be challenged throughout your story. When writing an enchanted story, your character will likely face challenges that test their strength, courage, and determination. How does your character react under pressure? What are their strengths and weaknesses? By creating a character that is both relatable and sympathetic, you will be able to create a reader that will root for your character no matter what challenges they face. Number 3. Create a plot with plenty of magical mishaps. When writing an enchanted story, it's important to keep the plot moving and full of surprises. One way to do this is to create plenty of magical mishaps for your characters to encounter. These could be anything from friendly talking animals to evil witches. By creating a plot full of magical mishaps, you'll keep your readers on the edge of their seats wondering what will happen next. Additionally, these magical mishaps can serve as opportunities for your character to learn and grow. For example, a talking animal could offer your character advice or help them on their quest, while an evil witch could tempt your character with false promises or try to trick them. The possibilities are really endless when it comes to creating magical mishaps for your story. Let your imagination run wild and see what you come up with. Just make sure that each magical mishap serves a purpose in your story, whether it's to move the plot forward or to help your character grow. Number 4. Show, don't tell. This is probably the most important tip of all. When writing your story, remember to show, not tell. This means that instead of telling the reader that your character is sad, you should write a scene that shows your character crying or lying in bed all day doing nothing. Showing the reader your character's emotions and thoughts will create a much more immersive experience for them. It will also help you to create a stronger connection with your character and make them more relatable. Additionally, showing rather than telling will create a more exciting and engaging story. When you tell the reader that there's a scary monster in the forest, they won't be able to visualize what that monster looks like or how it behaves. But if you show the reader the monster through action and description, they'll be able to form their own mental image of the monster, and that will make the story much more exciting. When writing your story, focus on using vivid language and sensory detail to bring your world and characters to life. And remember to show the reader the emotions and thoughts of your character instead of just telling them. Writing an enchanted story is a great way to explore the power of magic and its effects on the world around us. By following these tips, you can create a magical world that readers will be eager to explore. Thanks for watching.